What's going on, you guys? Yeah, I know I said earlier that I'm getting tired of the Spence and Crawford fight, but who the hell am I kidding? Derrick James comes out and says that Crawford decides to move around against Errol Spence Jr. Well, he's got another thing coming. Check it out.
Which is a lot of people, I think I heard people say that, he was standing in front of him and whatever. He's only doing that because Errol made him stand in front of him. So all that movement that they think they have, you want to fight Errol Spence where Errol Spence say you fight him at. And listen, I'm saying that for everybody else who think they can move in the ring. Listen, you're going to fight Errol Spence wherever Errol Spence say you're going to fight at. Well, if he say right here, that's where you're going to fight him at.
Now, after hearing what Derrick James had to say, basically, if Crawford thinks he's going to be the ring general, if he thinks he's going to be dictating where this fight takes place, no, you're going to fight what Errol says you're going to fight. That's basically what Derrick James said in a nutshell, right? Errol Spence dictates where the fight takes place. And this is something that we've been talking about when we discuss the actual matchup. Not the politics, not the negotiations, the actual matchup. Who will dictate the pace? Who will be the ring general in that fight, right? Whose game plan will be implemented, right? Will it be Crawford as the ring general, or will it be Errol Spence that lulls Crawford into his type of fight? That's something that is going to be really, really interesting when this thing happens. Now, Derrick James didn't mention nothing about no negotiations. Salute to Fight Hype. They had the interview. He didn't say nothing about no negotiations. He didn't say anything bad was going on. He didn't say anything good was going on. But the energy that I got from him leads me to believe that this thing is still a go, and it's still on the course that it's originally supposed to been on, right? There was no uneasiness in his voice as far as this fight not happening. Derrick James, based off what I got from him, seemed like this thing is a go. So anything that we come hear from anybody, unless it's Floyd Mayweather, Errol Spence, or Terence Crawford himself, I think we should take it with a grain of salt, right? I think we should just take it with a grain of salt. Don't listen to none of that stuff. Go wait till this thing gets finished, right? But Derrick James also said this.
He was a great fighter. I mean, so you just got to be able to deal with his speed and his athleticism. It's difficult to deal with the speed. And athleticism, it's hard to deal with that too. So it's a big task. It's a phenomenal task. But listen, we're up for the task. What I can say. No, really, I'm being honest. I mean, he's a tough fight, man. It's a tough fight for anybody to take.
Derrick James also said that Terence Crawford is a tough fight. He's a tough fight for anybody. Now, this is something that I've been saying for a while now, right? If you've been following your boy Bushido for a while, when we talk about the actual matchup and some real shit, right? Derrick James knows that Terence Crawford is a tough fight. He comes out and says it. He's a tough fight for anybody. Absolutely. He's a nightmare. He's strong. He has experience. He has a hell of an IQ. Terence Crawford has a lot of tools. He has a lot of things going for him as a fighter. However, he is overconfident. He can be overconfident at times, and Errol Spence could use that to his advantage, right? But he said he's a tough fight, man, right? He couldn't really elaborate on if Errol Spence isn't able to get Crawford to move in and fight his fight. He just couldn't. He don't know what he's going to do next. And this is why Crawford is a tough fight. And this is why for years Derrick James seemed to be reluctant on even really entertaining the fight, because he knows it's a tough fight. He got a lot of homework to do, right? Yeah, we could say Crawford's a smaller guy. Spence will go up in there and bully him and thrash him around in the ring, right? We could easily say that, but Derrick James knows it's not going to be that easy. I know it's not going to be that easy, and you know it's not going to be that easy, right? So yeah, Derrick James is going to handle this thing accordingly. The best chance, in my opinion, is for them to have Crawford fight Spence's fight. Because we know about Crawford is that he has a lot of tools. A lot of different options. You take one away, he has something else. But if you take Errol Spence's jab away, what does he really got? Right? If you take Errol Spence's strong southpaw jab away, what does he got? If you moving around the ring and Spence is not able to catch you or land a shot and you pivoting and cutting the angles and spinning them, what is he going to do? It's a lot of questions going into this fight when we actually look at the actual matchup itself, not the politics and the negotiations and the Showtime and the B-side and the Kinahans and all that shit. No, we talking about the actual fight. And they bring up Ugas, right? Ugas. A lot of people said that Ugas stood right in front of him. Ugas didn't really do nothing. Ugas didn't really give him nothing. And this is why I asked you guys, did Ugas give Spence enough? right? Ugas didn't cut no angles. Ugas didn't really give Spence nothing to worry about. Spence looked phenomenal in the fight. He's beating the shit out of that guy. Ugas didn't give him nothing to worry about. Spence didn't even have to worry about anything coming back, right? Didn't even have to worry about anything coming back. But Derrick James says that if Terence Crawford thinks he's going to be moving around the ring, controlling the ring, being the ring general, he got another thing coming. It's going to be Errol Spence Jr. because you're going to fight what he wants you to fight. Like, subscribe, holla at your boy. Peace out.